Normally I'll start this lesson off by showing you a video describing virtual private networks. The reason for that is because virtual networking, the most common use of it, and that everyone is aware of, is virtual private networks. So the Linus video is really good, so I do encourage you to watch that first. What I'm going to focus in on is the GCSE specific stuff that you wouldn't get in a normal YouTube video. So first of all, start to understand what we mean by virtual network. So imagine you've got a large network like the one you might find in school. Now we might split that network into smaller ones for a number of reasons. For example, it might be that I want to isolate the different IT rooms, so maybe I can deploy software in one room and not the other. Okay, so there might be many reasons why we want to break it up. So essentially, a virtual network is kind of a part of a sub-network within a larger one. So why might we want to make use of virtual networks? Well, the main reason I've already kind of introduced is we might want to configure different parts of the network differently. So for example, we might have our office staff now, because of the kind of job they do, the kind of data they are going to be using, they need a much higher level of security than your general student population. So they might be dealing with finance information, people's payrolls. They might be dealing with sensitive student information, so for example, illnesses and things like that. So this kind of information you wouldn't want to be accidentally leaked out. Whilst we might have a public part of the network where students can access, where although they will still need the username, password, things like that, it's not as secure as the rest of it, because the kind of data they're going to be using is very, very different. So access to a secure part of a network might be encrypted, so all kind of communication to that network will be fully encrypted, whilst communication on a more public part of it won't be. Okay, bear in mind, any form of encryption will start to slow the system down, so we have to kind of have that trade-off. Where is it worth doing encryption or is it not? So the most obvious use of virtual networking is through virtual private networks. And you probably will have heard about this before, and if you watch the Linus video, you'll have a good idea what it means. So, virtual and private network clients allow you to access another network remotely. So what we mean by that is, imagine you have a local area network somewhere, maybe like the school, for example, and you are not on site, you are at home or something along those lines. Now, a virtual private network allows you to kind of connect to that network remotely and then use computers as if you were actually there. Okay, so you'll have full access to student share drive, your own user area, without having to use other systems. So you can access the network securely and then use the network as if you're physically there. So it's kind of like you're virtually there rather than you're physically there. So that's where the virtual part of it kind of comes from. All connections are encrypted, which is ideal for remote workers. So if you are connected to a network remotely, and specifically if that job you're doing, it requires you to send sensitive information across the internet, then it must be encrypted. So the private part of virtual private networks is all to do with the privacy of the information you are sending across it, i.e. it is fully and utterly encrypted. So in the book, have a little read over page 26. Then just make notes on the following kind of ideas. What is a virtual network? So this idea is a subnetwork. Why do we make use of it? This idea that we might want to secure part of the network and make another part a bit more public maybe. What is a virtual private network and why do we use those? Okay, and there is a second video you might want to watch as an extension, just to give you a bit more background and information about this idea.